Hello everyone, it's great to have you here, guys. I'm so excited. So here is the whiteboard. Finally it arrived, so everything is going to be much easier for me and for you guys. So let's jump straight into it. So today I want to talk about the concept of reality. So what is reality as you know it, right? And what creates your reality? So how do you know that everything that you have been experiencing so far in your life is real? How do you know that me right here, right now, talking to you on this video, I am real? How do you know that? Even the place where you are right now, how do you know that that's actually your reality? Think about it. What is that? So the answer is I hope you can see it. It's your awareness. Or you can call it also your attention. Yes? Or your focus. Yeah? Okay. So, how do I create my reality? How do I know that everything that's around me is real? That's because I am aware. Yeah? I am focused. I have my focus on that experience, on that thing, and that's what's creating my reality. Yeah. So, little example. Let's say that now you stop my video, you just unmute me, you press pause, you close your tablet or your laptop, or whatever you're using to watch this video. And let's say that, yes, you just stop my video, and all of a sudden, your awareness, your attention is not on my video anymore. All of a sudden, you have your full attention on the room where you are right now. Yeah, maybe you are at a cafe, or you are in your room, or you are in the living room, etc. All of a sudden, your full awareness is focused on the room where you are, right? And that's gonna be your reality, because now you are totally aware of your surroundings. So, and I take this one step further. So since you are watching this video, you can try it yourself. So when you finished, just stay where you are, close your eyes, and just go somewhere. Just imagine that you are on a beach in California, chilling out and sunbathing and having a great time. Yeah, because you closed your eyes, so now you are not where you are physically present, right? You're not in your room anymore. You are just drifting away somewhere, somehow, onto this other reality, which, by the way, your brain doesn't distinguish between what's real in the physical world and what's in your mind. Yes? More on this later. So you're drifting away on this lovely beach in California, having great time, and you can just sense the sun on your skin, and maybe you just ordered an amazing cocktail, I don't know, a pina colada, whatever you like to drink. Yes, and then you feel so relaxed and so you and so on, and it's all happening in your mind. You're just imagining it. So whilst you're doing this, your body is actually responding to it. You are creating responses in your body. You might have some chills, or you might you're just you're feeling differently, right? Why? Because to your brain, to your mind, you are in that reality. That's real to you. You are having a physical response. Try it yourself. Like anything I say, guys, don't take it as the pure truth without trying it. Just try what I'm telling you from experience, from everything I learned, everything I invested in these years of knowledge. Just try it on yourself and see if that makes sense. You will see that it does make sense. That's how we work here on planet Earth. But we are not taught these cool things in school, unfortunately. But there is a way of getting this knowledge anyway. That's why you're here, I guess. So you are having this physical response because your brain believes that that's your reality. Going back to my point, guys, that your reality is created by where your awareness is. Yes, your awareness. There are so many studies out there. I might just link some of them after posting this video so you can have a look. You can even Google it. These athletes who they just either they were injured or it was just the experiment. So basically they couldn't train physically, so they would just sit on the chair and they would just imagine, they would just visualize, imagine. You can call it whatever you want, it's just a label to describe the same thing, guys. So they were imagining that they were training, they were just going step by step through their training pattern that they have to follow. Yeah, and they were just imagining, okay, now I'm doing my stretching, now I'm doing my warm up, now I'm doing this, and now I'm gonna run as fast as I can because I am a runner, or whatever they're doing. Yeah, so they were just imagining it, and the actual response in their body was the same as if they were doing it physically. So they were just engaging the same muscles, the same neural pathways in the brain. Guys, it's just science, okay? So again, if you are imagining it, it's real to you because you are creating a response in your body. Yeah, so whatever your awareness is, your focus is, that's where your reality is. Yeah, so now you're listening to my video, chances are that you are in a alpha state, so you're kind of relaxed, etc. And you are very focused on what I'm saying. Yeah, so right here, right now, that's where your attention is, that's where your reality is to you now. Cool. So that's point number one, that's your reality. So it's just to debunk that myth that reality is just what you see around you. No, it's what you can see in your mind as well. So your attention. And that takes me to the next point. So you might think that your most valuable asset in life is time. You might think that it's time. You might think that it's health. Don't get me wrong, they are absolutely super important. Time is more of a abstract concept that our mind can't really grasp, but more on that on another time. Health is extremely important, guys, but again, we are not talking about health right now. So your most valuable asset in life is, especially nowadays, guys, with social media, I hope you can see it. Your most valuable asset in life is your attention. Yeah, attention. Let me move these. There you go. It's your attention. Why? Because as I said, your attention creates your reality. Yeah, let's keep it simple for now. There are a couple of steps in between, but let's keep it simple. Your attention, where your attention goes, where your attention goes, basically your reality goes. Yes, so little example. Nowadays we have social media, we have access to all this information, right? We're constantly bombarded, guys, by all this stuff that's been going on everywhere in the world, especially if you're reading the news, if you scroll on social media in the evening for like, I don't know, you thought it was 5 minutes, it was actually 2 hours, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I just wasted 2 hours doing nothing. I've been there, so I know it. That's why. Why? Because that's where your attention goes, right? So you are basically, it's like you are a reserve of energy during the day. You know that sometimes you are like very you feel like you don't have enough energy, you're super tired, etc. Part of it being that you are just giving your attention away to all these things that, to be honest, they are not even serving you. Yes, your attention. Not even just about social media, it's about those people who maybe they're just not aligned with you, right? Maybe they just yeah, they just don't resonate with you anymore, and you're still giving them your attention, and vice versa. So just think about it. How do you focus your attention during the day? So why attention is your most valuable asset? Because your attention is gonna dictate the reality you are creating. Why? Because, and that's the point in between I was telling you about earlier, because once you focus your attention on something, focus attention, yeah, you are going to trigger emotions. Yes? And I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. So, emotions. Emotions. What do I mean with that? So, let's say that you are focused on everything that's been going wrong today. How are you feeling? You tell me, how are you feeling when you're focusing on everything that's been going wrong, going bad today? How are you feeling? Opposite question. How do you feel when you focus, when you put your attention on everything that's been going well? Yeah, on everything that you are grateful for today or in your life. How do you feel? And it might take a little time, you know, it's not like in 5 seconds you are super grateful and oh my gosh, life is unicorns and roses. It's not like that, okay? It's not about illusions, yes, because we do have our challenges, etc. But it's just to keep it simple, guys. Yeah. So how do you feel when you focus on everything that's been going not really well in your life and what works on your life? Yes, that's the thing, because your attention is gonna trigger an emotional response. Yeah, that's why social media is very important. That's why what you consume, what you give your attention to during the day, it's crucial to how you are feeling today. So if you consume negative news every day because you need to keep up with the news, you know how you're feeling. If you consume social media profiles like, you know, that are not really serving you guys, like stuff that honestly it's literally just stealing your energy away, yes, and your attention. And remember, it's not like you have infinite resources of energy every day. That's why we sleep. So why your emotions are so important, that's the other key, guys. Emotions. So I don't know how to stress these out. Like if I could I don't know, I only had 3 colors, so just bear with me. And I don't know, I also have this feeling that you can't really see it. Hopefully you can. So emotions, guys, emotions. Our society, everything around you, everything, you know, marketing campaigns, everything, advertisements, like movies, politicians, actresses, singers, music, guys, everything is based on emotions. Everything. Why are you listening to Taylor Swift? Why are you not listening to Taylor Swift? That's because her songs, her personality, her life, whatever you're interested in, gives you a certain emotion, right? You might love her songs because they resonate with your emotions, your emotional being of, I don't know, maybe I just, and this doesn't have to be Taylor Swift, guys, it's just because I heard one of her songs today. It can be anyone else. Just imagine your favorite artist or someone you really, really dislike. So why do you like Taylor Swift? Again, because you really, you feel aligned with her message. Yeah, because she has the power to make you feel in a certain way. And remember these guys as well. People will always remember you. People, sorry, they will not remember what you told them. They remember how you made them feel. Why? Because our emotions are way stronger, way more powerful than our logic. Okay? So people will always remember you not for what they told you, but for how you made them feel around you. Yeah? So that's why you love Taylor Swift. That's why you don't like Taylor Swift. It's because of how you feel when you listen to her songs, when you read gossip about her, etc. Marketing campaigns, beauty industry for us women, right? They are based on triggering an emotional response. If me, marketing campaign, and I don't have anything against anyone, guys, this is just to make you understand the full picture, that everything is just based on emotions, because that's how we operate, yes? So if me, marketer, I can make you feel like you are not enough, you're not beautiful enough, then I'm gonna trigger this emotional response in you that you need to buy my product because there is something wrong with you, because I have the power to make you feel in a certain way about yourself. And that's gonna trigger a series of events, of actions that you're gonna take, and possibly you're gonna buy their products, etc., because that's gonna make you feel better. And probably it's gonna make them millionaires, but not you. That's for another day, another time, guys. Not everything in one video. So, emotions. Think about your emotions in your daily life. So again, don't take anything that I'm saying for true. Just look at your life. Like, can you say that you just everything that you do is probably based somewhere, somehow on your emotions? Which takes me to another point, guys. So, always talking about emotions. Let's put emotions maybe in blue. Emotions here. Your emotions are your drive. Yeah? They are your drive. Yeah? In life. So all the choices you make, consciously or unconsciously, they come from here, from your emotions, either that you are aware or not. So as I said, why are you buying that cream? Because there is an emotion deep inside of you about something about you. Sorry, just said it. Does that make sense? Yes, you feel something, or you were made to believe something about yourself, right? So if I feel in a certain way, I'm gonna act in a certain way. Good. Why we react in certain ways? So emotions, they can come from fear, they can come from joy, they can come from, I don't know, you fill it in, okay? You got my point. These are just examples. Yeah? So you can experience fear, you can experience joy, etc. That's why when the marketer triggers you about that cream, etc., you feel in a certain way and you're gonna go and buy it. Yes, because you're getting older. That's what they told you, right? So again, That's an example. Don't take it personally, please don't. This is just for the sake of knowledge. So, emotions. You are acting in your life the way you are because there is an emotional response. Yes, there is something, an emotion triggered that it's gonna make you act in a certain way. Yeah. So our emotions, they are way more powerful than logic, as I told you. And here we have these logic versus, if you want to put it that way, emotions. Emotions. Why emotions are more powerful than logic? Because they are deeply rooted in your unconscious. So that means that you are not really aware of why you are acting in a certain way. Yes, because your emotions are deeply rooted in your unconscious mind. Whereas logic is not. Logic is, it's quite self-explanatory, isn't it? It's like the logical mind. So, example, let's say that, I love this example. Let's say that maybe in your childhood you had a very troubled relationship with your dad, for example, right? And then growing up, you realized why your dad was behaving in that way. Yes, maybe because you realized as a grown up that working is stressful, that of course my dad was always absent and stressed out because he was working 3 jobs. Obviously, he didn't have time for me, right? So you grow up, you make this realization in your logical mind, your logic. So logically, it does make sense. Excuse me. But emotionally, you are still resenting your dad. And I know that you might not want to admit it. You don't have to raise your hand and just to say it to the world. You know your truth. You know that deep inside, emotionally, there is something. There is something still there. Even though you understand it with logic, yeah, you're still resenting him or her. In this case, it was your dad. And this resentment can be conscious or unconscious. So you can be aware or you can be completely unaware of it. Why it's important? Because once you have these unconscious belief that you're not aware of, because it's somewhere hidden in your unconscious, you're still gonna feel stuck in many fields, many sectors of your life. Let's say sectors. Because deep inside in your unconscious mind, you have some limiting beliefs. Yes, you have some limiting beliefs that you acquired, etc. Yes, you have these emotional response that you don't even know why this is happening, where does that come from. So I'm telling you from where. So your emotions, if we were just to use an analogy, yes, so let's say that the logic, so let's say that we are, you probably know this analogy, guys, because it's just everywhere. We are an iceberg. Let's make it simple. So here we have our beautiful waves, yay! And here we have these iceberg. Yes. So I don't know, a iceberg might look like this or something, I don't know. And then here it's like this. It goes like everywhere. See how huge it is? This is what you don't see, yes, under the water. And this is like the teeny tiny little top of the iceberg, yes. So the teeny tiny little top of the iceberg, it's your logical mind, yeah? It's your logic. It's what you know about yourself. It's your conscious mind. Conscious mind. Yes. Conscious, it means that you know. What do you know? You know your name, you know your surname, you know what you do for a living. Yeah. You know logically why your dad was absent when you were a kid. Yes, that's your logic. But what's hiding under the surface here, what you don't see, and what's much bigger, yes, it's your unconscious. So it's what you don't know. Unconscious. Unconscious. It's your unconscious mind. Yes. Your emotions. Emotions. Again, we are making it simple. Emotions. So, as you can see, hopefully, which one of these two it's more powerful in your opinion? It's probably gonna be this one, because you don't know. You don't know why, you don't know how, but it's still there, yes? And you can make the decision of not working on this. That's absolutely your free will. You can do anything you want with your life. But if you feel like you are stuck in life, there is something that you can't really grasp. Why do I keep attracting the same kind of man in my life? Why do I keep attracting the same kind of woman in my life? Why do I keep making the same choices and going for jobs where bosses don't respect me, don't value me, and I just feel trapped in this constant loop of things that keep happening on repeat in my life? Guys, this all comes from your unconscious mind. Yes, there is something here. There is a block. There is a block that you're not aware of, hiding in here, in your unconscious mind. And which takes me to the next point. And that's probably gonna be the last point for tonight, because this video is already super long. So, you know, there are some people, you've probably met some people, right? Who have these energy, they have this vibe. We call it vibe nowadays. Oh my gosh, I don't know, this person has this kind of vibe. Why? Because we don't know even how to describe it. So I tell you what it is. It's energy. It's the energy. It's the type of energy they have, which is gonna determine the frequency. Yeah, so the frequency is just how fast the energy moves. So depending on if you are on a high energy level or lower energy level, then your frequency is gonna be higher, stronger, or lower, weaker. Yeah? Okay, so energy, and frequency. Frequency. Yes? They're interconnected. So the frequency, let's say it's kind of an antenna. We are like walking magnets. So going back to my example, you know those people who have that je ne sais quoi pas? Do you say that in French? I don't know. They have that thing that you can't really explain, the X factor. They have the X factor. Yes? So you talk to these people and they might not even be the most attractive people, they might not be the most literate people, but they have that something that you can't explain, and you try to describe it and you have that feeling. You know, guys, you have that feeling. You know what I'm talking about, that you recognize what I'm talking about. That's the energy that they are embodying. And where is this energy coming from? From their emotions. Yeah, so the energy I don't know which one to use. So the energy comes from your emotions. Emotions. Which doesn't mean that we have to be unicorns and roses and flowers 24/7. No, 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 no. You can have, let's say 80% high energy most of the time and still have that 20% a bit lower. That's fine. It's life, guys. We kind of have ups and downs. The key there is just to know how to navigate these ups and downs. So your emotions are going to dictate your energy, what you are sending out, yeah, into the wild. And that's why some people, we feel it, guys. You know, you have that person who comes straight towards you and you feel in a certain way, yes? Or maybe you're talking to someone and you're feeling in a certain way. Most likely it's because of their energy. Yes, there is something going on. Your energies are talking to each other. Yes, especially those people who have that something, that allure, that X factor. That's the energy that they are vibrating at. So your emotions, as I said, are the key to everything. Because if you feel in a certain state most of the time, as I said, it's not about being perfect in the logical sense, yes? It's about having certain feelings, certain emotions about yourself, about your beliefs, about your reality. That's gonna create the energy, yes? So, very important, emotions. If I feel good most of the time, chances are that my frequency is the speed that the energy basically moves at, yes? So the higher my emotion, for example, joy, love, authenticity, obviously the higher my energy and the faster my frequency, because joy, love, authenticity, they vibrate at the highest frequency out there. And I know this sounds a bit woo-woo, but I'm sure you can relate, guys. You can relate, you know, when you feel joyful, vibrant, and when you feel very low. Have you been there? I've been there. More about that in another video. So, why this is so important? Because once you know how to work with your emotions, you know how to handle your energy, your frequency, and you know how to create a reality that it's serving you even more. Yeah, that it's helping you even more. Yeah, so if you know how to stay in the highest possible emotional state, like joyful, radiant, etc., then you are going to attract possibilities for expansion, because it's gonna be a match. It's gonna be a match to your frequency. Yes, we are magnets. It's gonna be a match to the external reality. And that's how some people, they seem to have all this luck and attract all these opportunities, and others, they seem not to. They seem to be stuck in this loop of constant unluck and sorrow and pain. Why? Because their emotional state is attracting it. Yeah, the way you feel, it's gonna impact your energy, which is gonna impact the frequency that you are sending out there, which is gonna impact and match, which is gonna match the opportunities that are gonna come your way, the situations, the people And this doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're happy all the time and everything is smooth sailing and perfect and unicorns and flowers. No, you still can have some challenges. Why? Because you are meant to grow through that challenges. Think about it. Like, what did you learn from success and winning at everything in your life? What did you learn? Like, probably not much. Yes, you learn your best lessons in situations where you really need to fight, you really are challenged, you are under pressure. And diamonds, you know this, you heard it, it's like it's super used. Diamonds are created under pressure. Yeah, so life is still gonna happen for you guys, for you, not to you. But if you know how to pick yourself up, because you know how your mind works, you know how your emotions work, you know how your energy field works, then you're gonna just pick yourself up faster. Yeah, the only difference between people who really don't give up and people who unfortunately do, it's not the only difference, it's one of the differences, but it's just about how much time it takes you to really pick yourself up from what happened in your life. Yes, and obviously if you know all of this is definitely going to help. So just to recap, should we recap so it's just easier? So your reality is created by where your awareness goes. Yes, so if I am aware that this is happening, then that's my reality. Awareness. Yeah, which means that my attention, where my focus goes, it's my greatest asset in life. Because if I put my attention on feelings, emotions that serve me, I'm gonna create a certain reality. If I'm gonna put my attention on emotions that are not serving me, I'm gonna create a different reality. Yeah, so emotions and the emotions are the center of everything. As I said, those marketing campaigns, those movies, music, everything. And trust me, people who are creating all of this stuff out there, they are absolutely aware of this. They hire people like me, they hire psychologists, neuroscientists to be able to sell their products to you, to know how to get to your emotions, so you are gonna be drawn to buy their things. This is simply how it works, guys. So, emotions. Your state of feeling is gonna create your energy frequency. Yeah? Energy. Slash frequency. Frequency. Hopefully you see it. So is there frequency? Frequency. Can we see it? Yes. Handwriting is not my forte. So you can just make notes. You can just take a screenshot and make notes. So reality, awareness, attention, focus, emotions, energy, frequency. So once you vibrate at the highest frequency, you are gonna attract people, situations, opportunities that are gonna match your frequency. And that works for the highest frequencies and for the lowest frequencies. Yes, doesn't mean that you're gonna be bulletproof for everything? Probably yes, but still, as I said, other things are going to happen in your life. Because you're aware of all of this, you can just recover as fast as possible, because you know that it's just temporary. Yes, it's temporary. That thing happened so you could learn something, and maybe it was meant to be. More about the concept of God, higher self, and universe in my next video, guys. Just for now, remember that if you know how this works, if you know how to manage, handle, deal with your emotions, you are going to impact your reality consciously. All right? So next time we are going to explore. Oh, by the way, let me know if these made sense. I try to keep it like simple. So next time I'm gonna explore our emotions. Yes, emotions. So how can we I don't know if create emotions is the right verb to say, but how can we impact our emotions? How can we manage our emotions a little bit better? And what kind of creates our emotions? Yes? So next time I'm going to talk about these more, so that you know how to induce yourself in a certain state, in a certain emotional state, so that you, honestly guys, you need to take your power back. Like, I've done this. I'm so passionate about this topic because so many things happen in my life, and I just, one day I sat down and I thought, maybe I'm creating all of this. Like, what if, like, there must be a reason to all of this. There must be something. It's just because I'm so young and I already experienced all of this. It's just mind-blowing. So if that resonates, I hope it does. Please comment, send me a message, let me know if that was clear. I'm just exploring how to make all of these work, guys, so we can just help each other. I refuse to believe that everything I went through was just for the sake of it. No. Probably I just needed to learn all of this stuff to make it available to you. So let me know what you think about it. Let me know if that was clear, if that wasn't, and just stay tuned for extra videos. And my plan is just to make shorter videos with maybe like micro concepts. This was intended to be that long, but yeah. So I might have longer videos, I might have much shorter videos, like breaking down one thing at a time. So love you guys. Thank you.